Alrighty, we're going to add another outlet in another classroom. And here in the country I was born in, we use a 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220-240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. We use on the wall, you're allowed to use MC cable, EMT conduit, PVC conduit, and EMT conduit, and wire mold. Romex is not allowed to be exposed on the wall in living areas or working areas. So I'll show you how to add this new outlet coming off of a circuit. We're coming off of using some 12-3, and the red is the always live power, and the black is the live one to go back to the light, which is switched, and then of course the white is going to be the neutral here. So I'll show you how to add this outlet from this 12-3 wire with a switch loop in it. So we're going to use this, we don't have a tape measure, so we're going to use this to mark our distance out where we want to cut our hole. So we'll cut it right in here. And I'll trace our box. So I'll see where I'll set this back up on here like this. I'll make our lines here. And we'll cut across. And we're going to have to cut a little loop to go over this here. So what we're going to use is what's called a keyhole saw. This way, plenty of room, so not too critical drilling the hole up above. So I'm putting our little notch with the screw. I'm just going to see if this is going to fit in here. Okay, there it goes. It's going to fit. So now we'll go over on the other side and we'll use this for our guide to drill our hole up above. Okay, so we can drill right up here. We'll use that board for our and drill in the middle of the stud. Okay, so now we'll just feed our wire down. And since I can go straight down with this, I don't have to drop the rope or drop the string down. It's just straight on the outer jacket. I'm going to go around on the other side, see if I have enough wire down. Okay, so I'll reach in here and we had enough wire. And we're going to use our non-metallic old work box here. Oh, that just broke right out. It doesn't have any spring to it because it just broke right out. So let's use the other one here. And you can use this, keep this on the bottom so that also when the dust doesn't go, dirt doesn't go in the other one. Okay, and I'll put our extra open hole down the bottom. Okay, so I'll make sure our little tabbies are down all the way. Push our box into our wall. I can go down all the way because I don't want to break the little tabbies off. That's close enough where I can go by hand now. And you'll know when it's tight. that nice and tight here. So we'll take our knife here, we'll rip the end. I'll just score lightly down to where we cut it. Make sure we'll use the flat side of our cutter, make sure we get all our debris out. We'll strip about 1 inch off of our black, which is the live, the white, which is the neutral. Okay, so we'll close the screws we're not going to be using. Okay, the black goes on the brass screw, the white goes on the silver screw, and the ground wire goes on the green screw, or if it's a green wire, it goes on the green screw. White is neutral on the silver screw, so that's the wider slot. The black is live, and it's on the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. So we'll hook our neutral up first. Now it doesn't really matter which way, if you have the ground up or down, it's all personal preference. And this is a Robertson screwdriver, so you don't tear up your Phillips head, so that's what we want with our connection there. Now that screw head is messed up, so I'll use the flat head. There we go, that's what we want. Okay, we'll flip it around so our wires don't get twisted around each other here. And we'll put our black on the brass. Make sure it's nice and tight. We have a good solid connection like that right there. Now we can fold our wires into our box. So we will go up with the black and white and then down. And we'll keep this ground wire down at the bottom like this so it stays away from the terminals. We don't want to touch the terminal. Just back into our box. So it's centered on our box there. Make sure our ground wire is down away from everything, which it is. It's not touching anything. And now we gotta do is put our cover on so that the kids don't put their fingers in and get a shock. We'll take our screwdriver here. And we'll get our one up here out. Okay, we'll go up above and we'll drill our hole. I'll make sure this is in our It's a joy to look for stuff, so you don't frustrate, you just look until you find it, you don't get upset. There's a mark right there. Okay, so now we'll cut our little mark to put our connector on. Just want to have to put into the conductors when you do this. And it doesn't break it off like that. We'll do the same for our other end here. There we go. we do have a little sharp edge up here. I'm going to take my cutters and cut it off. Get our sharp edge off of there. This is a very thin little ground tail, and it breaks off very easy, so you can't really wire nut it or do anything with it because it'll just break. So you do is you just wrap it around the arm of the cable like this. And we'll do the same with this one. Okay, we'll cut our sharp edge off. Okay, now we'll get our other wire through the hole up here. Okay, so we'll put our clamps on for our MC cable. So you can see this has a preset bushing inside of it. So we'll just push our wires, get all the paper off of it. Okay, so we put our wires through the connector here. We get them through like that, push it up, and we'll just push it in to hear the little tabbies snap in up there. So we have our white, which is neutral, our red, which is live all the time, and this is our switched wire going up to the light. And we'll do the same on the other wire here. Just take that paper off of it. And we'll just do the same thing. We'll put this has the pre-assembled bushing in it. So we'll slide our wires in. Click it. Hear the little tabbies snapping inside there. And I can turn it to make sure it's on all the way. it in all the way. And we'll put our Romex through the back one here. And this is a push-in Romex connector, plastic, so that I can set it flat on the wall here. So I just push it in the back like this. You can hear the little tabbies snapping. You can see it's flat. So when I screw the box down, it'll be nice and flush. And now we'll open up our other two openings here for our MC cable. Okay, so we'll push our Romex in through the back here like this. And we'll get a nice couple screws in up here. Get another longer one in the bottom here. Up there nice and tight. And this is our green ground screwed up on the ground wire to the box. It goes up here. And I'll do that after we hook our ground wire up. Okay, now we can snap our MC cables in. So, there, it's snapped in. And we'll get our wires down so out of our way here. And we'll get our other one up here. Snap it in like that. Now we can start hooking our wires up. I'll put a couple shorter screws on each side of the box here. I'm going to grab some wire nuts out of my little bin here. score. And I'll go deep at the end here. Okay, so I'll take a ground wire from our wire going to our additional outlet. We'll make our loop the direction of screw turns. Close the loop all the way around the screw the direction the screw turns. Okay, now we'll screw this screw down. Tighten right up nice. So we'll get all our white neutral wires together here. Get them all about the same length here. We'll get our insulation lined up at the bottom here. Our twist nice and even. Bring our third one in. Twist it so it's nice and even here. Cut it so it's even with the shortest one. Put our wire nut on the wires there. We'll fold them down into our box here like this. When I'm done, I'll bring the camera up close so you can see up close. Okay, we'll get our two blacks together here. Get our insulation so it's even at the top here. Clip them so they're both even on the end. And we'll use a yellow wire nut on this. So I have two number 12 wires. Because this is the live switch leg going back up, and that's where the hallway lights. Now these three, we'll get these three together here because the red is the one that's constantly live, and we want the outlet to be live at all times. So we'll strip our two reds and our black into the outlet. Okay, we'll get our insulation even at the bottom here. Okay, see how they're getting nice and evenly twisted. I'll bring my third one in, get the insulation at the bottom. Make sure they're all nice and even. I'll clip them off so they're all leaving with the shortest one, and that way the wire nut will grab everything. Make sure our insulation goes up into the bottom of the wire nut. So I'll bring the camera up close so you can see how it looks all done. Well, what a joy it is not to be able to find a cover. But you know what? If you don't have something, you know what? You don't have it. You just don't have it. And you can't put it up if you don't have it. So I'll just put it on the list to do another day. We're not going to frustrate. We're not going to get upset. We're not going to curse God. We're just going to truck forward. And not worry about anything. We're not frustrated with anything. So we've got to just get a cover on here when we can get one. And we'll make sure our screws aren't going to hit the wires. It's a joy to forget things because it's a challenge to try to remember it, to get it when you go to the store again. Alrighty, so now the teacher can plug her opaque projector in over here. You can see there's the lens, so what she'll do is she puts a book underneath here to show it on the wall or on the screen. So that is how to add an outlet in a school building here in the country I was born in. Peace. Thanks for watching.